do battle between the London Black Knights and the Mexico City Golden Eagles. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Operating from the gun, Fisher. And right away, he lost the football. But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
Detroit! Bring down. Detroit! Over!
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't it?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Third and long, it's Taylor. And the pressure gets to him again.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. On 1st and 10, Newton drops it underneath to Dixon. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Taylor now off the bootleg. And this is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Throwing again, it's Taylor. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Taylor will throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Levante David able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And here now the offense heading back out there. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Skirts by at the 15. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, they created a big run. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now Newton. Looking deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Gun. You're set, Wade. Eight. Gun.
Back to throw, Newton. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That one good for 15 and a 1st.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
20. That's rock now.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts...
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the... First. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll pitch it out to Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And they try to sweep to Jones. No dice this go around. He's hit behind. Behind the line and taken down. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Newton. Forced out to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
And now back out comes the offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. On third down, Taylor. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. From the gun, it's Taylor. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Taylor. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Taylor from the gun, he'll throw left side complete. It's Bird. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And a nice spin into some open field. That one 28 yards on the ground. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Right back to him on first down. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Brandon Williams, a big tackle, gets him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
20.
To throw on second down is Newton. And that's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The offense on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Newton. A dump underneath to Jones. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. The results for them so far, not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a second down. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. On second down, Taylor. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he's got his target. That's more. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. To throw again is Taylor. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride onto.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
Here's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. Trying to lay one up deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A give to Jones. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go, fellas.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Hey.
The give is to Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Come on now. Gun.
A 2nd down carry for Ferguson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll try the air now with Newton. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Slow.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Z.
2nd and 10 now. It's Taylor. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go. Z.
On 3rd down, Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Levante David in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. And the Saints have scored again, enjoying a comfortable cushion. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
20.
Now Newton on 1st down. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Newton. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Going for the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Brandon Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Taylor. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Slow.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now Taylor to throw on second down. The left side caught by Diggs. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run out.
Now loose football. The ball comes out, and the defense has come up with it.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Following the fumble recovery, Newton. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. This offense so far on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. On the handoff, this is Ferguson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This will be taken at the 10. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. And touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. The drive will start with Josh Ferguson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Come on now.
Operating from the gun, Newton. Evans has it left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And Blake, the tight end's got it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
Hey. Do something.
From the gun, Newton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5, past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
And that one? Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Gun. Get it. Hey.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. And there will be a break in the action here. They're going to take a timeout. as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Taken right around the 44. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one goes for 36 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Steps away, and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Gano for the extra point. Extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here now the offense heading back out there. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And this is caught at the 20. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And they rattle off a big one. 55 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. One last throw here for Newton. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game.
Brandon, you know I love boxing, right? You know I love big fights, right? I'd given them the standing 8 count a few times along the way. And look at how this one ended.
Yeah, they had, well, I guess 9 lives, just like a cat, kept fighting, and they're in the end making the huge play to get the game winner.
I guess that's the epitome of you always have a puncher's chance.
The extra point is good, and on the final play of the game, they walk away with a victory. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for our visitors, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And now it's off to the airport for a date with customs and a long flight north to the U.S. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.